Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. I usually just kind of fly by the seat of my pants and make up a design as I do it. Today I'm going to try and recreate this one. I posted this on my Instagram and people liked it, so I'm going to do a step-by-step on this. And hopefully it turns out okay. So to start out with, this is a about 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. And as always, it's just a cereal box that I've painted. So I found the center on this, and that's the only mark I'm going to make. I'm going to base all my dots off of each other. So to start out, I'm going to use this pale daffodil, and I'm going to do a number 14 dot right in the center. Now some of this might be off a bit because I didn't keep track of what I used. I'm just going to try and do similar. Now I'm going to move to the number 3. And I'm going to use this pool blue color. And I'm going to do the 4 dots around this yellow dot I just placed. So I'm just going to do one on the top, one on the bottom, and one on both sides. Okay. And then I'm going to do another dot using the same tool and the same color, just directly out from the dots I just created. And then I'm going to move up in size. And let me see what size. Maybe a 6. No. Let's go to an 8. And I'm going to use this pink Parfait color. And I'm going to put a pink dot. Let me switch that. Pink dot in between those blue ones. Okay, and then using the number 8 again, I'm going to go back to the yellow color, and I'm going to put a dot on each end of those blue lines. Okay, now with the number 2, I'm going to walk some white dots around those pink ones. I always put a dot in the center before I walk them. I just find it easier that way. And then I go back the other direction. Okay, now let's see. I'll go back to the number 8, and I'm going to put 2 more pink dots above the other pink dots. Just going off into the angle. Now I'm going to walk some blue dots using the number 2. And that same pool blue, I'm going to walk those around the yellow dots. Okay, now still using the number 2, I'm going to grab the pink color we were using, And I'm going to do 2 dots directly out each one of these that we just did the blue. Just 2 dots straight out. And then I'm going to do 2 dots to the sides of that. So 1 here and 1 over here. To make a little F plus like. Okay, and we're going to go back up to the number 8. And I'm going to put a blue dot on top of those pink ones that I just made. And now I'm going to go with the yellow, and I'm going to put a dot kind of closer to even to this, but in between. So like here and here, all the way around with the number 8 in yellow. So it's going to be in the middle of the pink and the blue, kind of out. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, now I'm going to use the number 3 in white, and I'm going to make a dot. I'm going to circle the dots of these blue circles, but I'm going to make a bigger dot in the center with the 3, and then I'm going to go down to the 2 and walk the dots. So just use the number 3 at the top. We're going to go down to number 2. And we're going to lock the dots around those. Okay. Now we're going to use the number 2 still, and using yellow we're going to make we're going to walk the dots around the pink outer. So like this, around these pink outer. Okay, now using the number 2 still, and still with yellow, I'm going to walk dots from those outer yellow circles just in towards the center. So it's going towards that center dot all the way around. And then this one will angle in this way, this one will angle in this way, and this one will go that way, and then that one will go that way. So they kind of go in a point, I guess. Triangular pattern, sort of. Okay. And I'm going back up to the number, I'm going to go to the number 4 this time, I think. And over the top of these pink dots, I'm going to put a bigger white dot because I'm going to form these crowns. And I'm going to do one big one right above each one with the number 4. And I'm going to go down to the number 3 and I'm going to walk 2 dots on either side. And I'm going to just head towards the yellow dots. And that's basically it for the pattern. I'm just going to have to go in and do the top dots, but I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta let it dry a little bit. Okay, I think we're pretty well dry. Now for the top dots, I'm going to use these darker colors. I'll put all the color listings in the description so you have them all. Get these dots there, some samples of this out. Okay. And the inside for, well, let's go bigger first. Let's see. With the number 6, I'm going to put a award blue dot right in the center and the yellow. And then I'm going to move to the number 3. And I'm going to use the yellow and put a darker yellow dot on each of the 4 inner yellow dots. And then I'm going to use the dark magenta color, and I'm going to put those on all the pink dots, the bigger pink dots with the number 3. Okay, and I'm going to put one of those award blue dots on the blue dots. So it's a darker color blue on each one of these. And then on those outer yellow dots, I'm going to use white. And I'm going to dot those. And then I'm going to add an award blue dot out from each one of these yellow dots, like this. Let me get it in there. See how I got them? One here, one there. Just to give it a little bit more color. Not much, because it's not a very bright dot. Just kind of out in the line how this is going. Like that. Now, if you want, you can come in later after this dries again and do a little more top dotting. I added white dots on top of these pink ones just to brighten it up a little bit. So that would be like a number 1 or possibly a number 2, depending on how round your magenta dots are. I think I used a number 1. And that's it. And you should have something that looks like this. Hope you like it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.